right now I just launched the 6 stages of disease, and my first one came out with the first stage. So if you're interested in that, I'd love for you to join my mailing list, and I'll be happy to send it out to anyone who's interested in receiving it.
Fantastic. How can our viewers join your mailing list?
Well, email me.
Okay.
The best way to do that would be to email me. It's phubbard, PHUBBARD, @radianthealthstrategies.com.
Fantastic.
And I'll add you to the mailing list. So, are you ready to get to the positive side now?
Yes, the flowering, yes, that's
We've gone to flowering, we're
all the way
feeling kind of like
through.
this.
Yes.
Let's turn that around.
Okay, great.
You can totally turn all of this around, and the way you do it, Aryuveda and pretty much every other modality talks about how to reverse the course of disease, and the way you do it, it's 4 ways.
Mm-hmm.
And if you want to completely eradicate dis-ease from your body, you have to do all 4. But here's the beauty.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to do all 4 at once.
Mm-hmm.
You can just do one thing, and everything else will start to kick in. It's kind of like you put yourself in the river and you let that river just take you. When it's time, you'll go to the next stage. So, because sometimes when I tell people what the different things are, they're like, well, I'll do this and that, but I don't want to do that. Like, no, you do have to do it all. And so here are the 4 ways. It is emotion, nutrition, herbs, and then body work and treatment. And I'll explain that. First of all, we in this country, because conventional thought is responsible for the advancement of disease, we don't know how to take care of ourselves emotionally in a healthy way, and there's all this stigma. Well, you know.
Oh, yeah.
Come on, how much stigma is there around hypnotherapy? You know,
Right.
there's all this social stigma around creating emotional health for the
Right.
body. So open your mind to all the different ways that you can heal emotionally. What I tell people all the time is healing emotionally is not necessarily about sitting on a couch and telling people your problems. Sometimes healing emotionally is saying, okay, we work together, and this is my responsibility, and that's your responsibility, and somehow you keep putting your responsibility on my responsibility. Can we talk about that?
Right.
That's emotional health.
Mm-hmm.
Anything that can be a stressor in your life, anything that comes up. So learning how to deal with emotions, setting healthy boundaries, and all of that stuff, that's really important. Nutrition, we get that if you want the car to go, you might want to put some gas in it. You might want to, Now, if you put sugar in the gas tank, your car is going to go, excuse me?
Yeah.
Now, we do this all the time in our bodies and wonder why things happen, right?
Right.
You got to put the right fuel. So a lot of this is about how do you put the right fuel in your body. Herbs, all of this, I hope that you all don't believe the hype over stuff like swine flu and all of that other craziness.
We've had a few little snippets on our show about just let it go, take care of yourself.
Please, that stuff is just, don't believe the hype around that. That's just a bunch of crap. And the thing is, if you really learned a little bit about herbs, I'm not talking about taking herbs, I'm not talking about going to the store and buying herbs and taking them. I'm talking about learning how to cook your food with more rosemary and oregano and turmeric, and just adding, if you got a steady stream of herbs in your food, it would make your food more flavorful, and those herbs would act as blood cleansers and so forth, and you wouldn't even have to worry about all this stuff going around. And wash your hands. That's important too.
Yeah.
You gotta wash your hands. So we talked about emotion, nutrition, herbs, and then body work. I tell people all the time, body work is important. It's not important for everyone, but usually there's something that manifests in the form of needing body work, and my best example of that is if you have a splinter in your hand, there's no level of emotional, nutritional, or herbal work that you can do that's going to get that splinter out of your hand. If you want to get the splinter out, you need to go get you some tweezers and pull that sucker out, okay? So there are some things that occur in the body, like edema, for example, that you have to physically move out because it has built up to the point where your body's like, I can't do it. That's why the whole arm, you see people that have just one arm that's swollen.
Right.
That's your body is protecting itself. It's keeping the whole body from being bogged down. So it's localizing the edema. And what it's telling you by swelling there is, I can't do it. I can't. So it wants you to get in there and do it so you can do a lymphatic drainage massage. That person who had the issue with fertility, I did craniosacral on her, and in the craniosacral therapy, I found a blockage. And I didn't know what the blockage was, but I said, please go to the doctor. And sure enough, they found a cyst right in that area. Took care of that and a few other issues, and boom, bada bing, bada boom.
There we go.
Yeah. So emotion, nutrition, herbs, body work, and treatment. At some point or another, you need to do it. And sometimes body work and treatment can be an Aryuvedic treatment. There's all these different types of cleansing treatments. It could be therapeutic massage or all the things that fall under there. And sometimes it's just walk for 30 minutes a day, something like that. I mean, there's a whole big arena that falls into the body work and treatment as well. So that's how you turn it around. And by incorporating that synergistically in a way that works for you, then you begin to reverse the course of disease.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, Phyllis, for inviting us into your office
Yes,
today.
thank you for coming.
For enlightening us, for letting our viewers know just so much valuable information that you have.
Thank you.
Go to Phyllis's website, check it out, radianthealthstrategies.com. Send her an email. You can go to our site to get that email address. We'll put it up for you as well. Get on her newsletter, learn more, educate yourself, and take good care of yourself so that you don't even ever have to get to those later stages of 3, 4, 5, and 6.
Yes, yes. Can I leave you with one last thing? This is my very last thing that I want to leave with you. There are I have a quick funny story to tell you about this. I was talking to a woman once in a consultation, and I stopped right in the middle of the consultation and I said, "What does this say?" And she said, "The message from Water 3." And I was like, "Look at it again." And she said, "What do you mean? It says the message from Water 3." And I said, "Okay, I want you to take a deep breath. Okay. Now, I want you to look back right where my finger is, and I want you to tell me what this says." And she said, and still, it took a long time for her to actually say, "Love thyself." Everything that I'm talking about is about loving yourself.
Yes.
Nutrition, herbs, body work, treatment, you're doing it because you love yourself. The best gift you can give anybody is a healthy you.
That's it.
That's it.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
So, thanks once again to Phyllis Hubbard of Radiant Health Strategies. I learned so much in that interview. Phyllis is so much fun, as you could see by the interview, and she has such a beautiful office and a beautiful garden where she grows a lot of her own herbs and vegetables that we weren't able to show in this show.
And uses all of that in her practice. So, boy, it really is about synergy, isn't it?
Absolutely. So thanks so much for joining us for this evening. We appreciate all of you viewers, and have a wonderful and safe weekend.
Have a great weekend. Enjoy.